EDTU 605. I hope everybody had a good week and a busy week. I have not looked at the assignments yet from week 5. Once again, the discussion boards are always full of great information. I will try to get all grading done this week. I just want to let you know before we jump into week 6 for week 5, all grading will be done probably not till Wednesday or Thursday. And so a little bit later this week on grading. So I just wanted to let you know that and give you a heads up. But let's jump into week 6. You'll have bad times, but it'll always wake you up to the good stuff you weren't paying attention to. And that's in Good Will Hunting. I didn't love that movie, but I do like this quote out of it because sometimes we really want to know the why when something's going wrong or not going the way we thought it should. And it seems almost every single time, at least in my life, that's when God teaches us so much more than the easy times, the good times. There's times they're going the way we thought they were. And maybe it's just we wake up, or maybe we start paying more attention to all the good things and all the blessings, because it's really easy to focus on the negative. And I think that's really the intention of this quote is we need to focus on the positive, because there's so much more positive than negative, even in today's world where it seems like that's not the case. So let's jump into week 6. So your topics for this week are rubrics and appendices. You'll be breathing them over and over and over. So what you're going to be doing for the assignment and any reading and looking around in week 6, and some of the resources that we're going to go through is triangulating your data and building those appendices, which I know you guys have already been working on. And so for this week, there's really no text or articles or videos, but there are some resources I want to show you. The reflection journal, as always, definitely my favorite part of this course is watching your guys or reading your guys' reflections throughout your journey here. So for the week, and we'll talk about the assignment once again, the discussion and week 3 assignment, which is once again your data triangulation and your rubric. For next week, for looking ahead for week 7, so just real quick mention, you're going to do a lot of proofreading. There's going to be some videos on helping you edit. And then week 8, so for week 8, which is 2 weeks ahead, you're going to have your final capstone project due, as well as your oral presentation. But first, I did want to show you under the capstone resources tab. If you click on that, there's so much information in here. But as you start looking at your appendices and data triangulation, if you find yourself stuck or needing a little help, and all your proofreading, there's so much information in here. It can be overwhelming. But if you're really struggling, let's say you're really struggling with your title page, there's a great resource on that. So there's so many, but it's really specific, even to the point of like creating something on PC versus Mac. And so I just wanted to bring this to your attention. The Editing 101 is really good, and there's a lot of information in there too. And any of these resources, you click on it, and it's just going to take you to what's in that folder. So I wanted to point that out, along with, and I know I mentioned this last week, if you're really struggling or worried about the formatting, the tone, grammar, all that stuff, I would say this week, submit it to Grammarly. There's going to be a lot of great information you get back from there. And as well as that, you can always click over here on the Writing Studio, and it'll take you to their webpage, and you can make an appointment, and they're going to walk you through that as well. So lots of resources for you guys if you're struggling with anything. Once again, this is the same information as the announcement. It's just in the week 6 view, so it's less bullet point and more narrative, if that's how your brain works. And so chapter 3, this is your assignment for the day, or for the week. I'm starting at the rubrics, and then we'll go back up to the top. And so when you're working on your data triangulation, this top rubric is what you're going to be graded on. And then as you scroll down, when you work on your appendices, this is what you're going to be graded on. So notice that there's 50 points for the data part of it, and there's 25 points for the rubric. So I wanted to point that out so you knew that it's a little bit different. It's almost like a two-parter for this. And so I'm actually going to read this first paragraph. Students will develop a thorough understanding of their findings by triangulating all data collection instruments. Analyzing each piece and then comparing and contrasting them side by side will help you to develop themes. Try to find a minimum of 2 themes per research question. Choose themes that adequately capture the response to your research question. So right there, I read that, in which I don't do often because I want to call a minimum of 2 themes per research question. The rest of this is fairly straightforward, so I'm not going to read through the whole thing. Make sure you're getting connection to your lit review. You're working through those qualitative findings, and then scrolling down to your appendices. You must include the full text of your reflection journal or link to a Google Doc of your journal. So you can do either one there, and if you've been using that template, that's going to be easy for you to do. Any other data collection instruments or raw data. Appendices include material that supplement the content. And so once again, I don't think this part of the assignment is too complex, but if you have any questions, please reach out. So we are in the last couple laps here. So week 6, once again, it's your data triangulation, it's your appendices. Week 7, there are no assignments per se. There's a discussion post, because you really should be focusing on week 8, which would be your capstones due and your presentation. If you have questions about anything in week 6, or if you're worried or concerned about how you're going to present, please reach out to me this week. Text, email, call, whatever works best for you. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great week 6.